Senior number 3, May Woodward. Senior number 11, Alyssa Alvarez.
It's the penultimate day of the regular season in the 4A classification, and it's the first leg of a back-to-back for Henley and Phoenix as they meet here at the Hornets' Nest. Hello, everybody. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. First leg of a back-to-back for both teams, but not with each other. Henley will host Hidden Valley tomorrow to close out the regular season, while Phoenix will host Mazama. This game doesn't mean too much to Henley. They've already wrapped up their third straight Skyline Conference championship. Of course, a loss would probably hurt their seeding. They currently sit in line for the number 3 seed. For Phoenix, currently third place in the Skyline Conference, but Klamath Union has already wrapped up their regular season. And because the Pirates took the season series from the Pelicans, they only need to win one of their last 2 games to move into second place and skip over the play-in round. Phoenix gave Henley their closest game of Skyline Conference play back on January 24th. That was a 21-point win for the Hornets. Kennedy Modine, Preston Shade, Lily Fassell, Michaela Schroeder, and Anna Harper are the starters for Henley. Lily Quintero, Carson Sousa, May Woodward, Alyssa Alvarez, and Zafara Noxon, the 5 for Phoenix. Kennedy Modine opens us up with a 3. Taken away on the inbound. Here's Harper, and she lays it in. Anna Harper now 14 points away from 1,000. Quick 5-0 lead for Henley inside the first 30 seconds of the game. Phoenix trying to answer. Taken away by Fassell. Goes to Harper. Open look for Modine, but she goes cross-court to Preston Shade. Gets it back. Pulls a 3. Misses. Rebound is tipped to her. She fires inside to Shade, who drains the pull-up. Modine nearly stealing the inbound pass, but not able to keep it alive. Alyssa Alvarez bringing it up for Phoenix. Loses it. Fassell took it away, and Fassell cashes in. Alvarez gets it across half court. This is Carson Sousa. Quintero dribbling around. Noxon looking for a lane. Puts it up and in. Zafara Noxon gets Phoenix on the board. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Modine wide open for a 3. Doesn't shoot. Goes to Shade, who thought about shooting. Sends it back to Modine, who does shoot this time and misses. Harper's put back. Won't fall. Schroeder, another chance. That one won't go. Phoenix on a fast break. It's Sousa. Loses the handle. Stolen by Shade. Shade looking to go coast to coast. Too strong off the glass. Schroeder putback misses. Another chance for Schroeder. And that one goes. Alvarez throws it up and gets fouled. 2 free throws for Alyssa Alvarez. First team All Skyline Conference selection last season. That was her first year with the Pirates after transferring from 6A South Medford. Makes her first free throw here. 2 for 2. Modine wide open. Misses the 3. Schroeder gets the board. on the block. Harper behind the defense lays it in.
They're so dynamic together in the paint, Schroeder and Harper. They just work off of each other so well.
Here's Noxon. Alvarez. Quintero, guarded by Shade. Able to get by her. Driving on Harper. Pass leads to a foul, and it'll be 2 free throws for Zafara Noxon.
I credit Quintero with a really good pass leading to that foul. She drove into the paint and was able to get pretty deep before giving the pass outside leading to the foul. That was a nice play by the sophomore.
Noxon misses the first free throw. Looks like Fasel and Modine are going to check out for Bailey Ladner and Senya Campos. Second free throw is good. Campos for 3. Got it. Right off the bench, Senya Campos gets her name in the scorebook and gives Henley an 11-point lead. 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Quintero. Sousa. Back to Quintero. Pulls a 3. Misses. Schroeder chasing down the rebound. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by May Woodward. Already 6 different scorers for Henley here in the first quarter. As Campos gets the ball back, floats it over to Shade. She pulls a 3, airballs it into the hands of Woodward. This is Alvarez, guarded by Ladner. Sends it to Sousa. She's guarded by Ladner. She gets it out to Quintero. This is Alvarez. To Sousa. Over to Quintero. Looking for a baseline drive. Harper fouls her. Lily Quintero, the third Pirate to earn a trip to the free throw line so far. She misses her first free throw. Fasel and Modine check back in, replacing Shade and Harper. Quintero was honorable mention All Skyline Conference last season. She was also named to the All Defensive team. Campos for 3. Rattles out. Ladner gets the board. Ladner bounces it to Campos for a mid-range. That won't go. Alvarez ahead to Sousa. Cross-court Quintero. Her 3 is in. Modine. Mishandled by Campos, and that's a turnover. Long inbound to Quintero, and it goes for a bucket.
I've seen teams try to do that a few times this season against Henley. Phoenix has done it in the past as well, just trying to get completely behind the defense. That time it worked.
Pass off the mark and out of bounds. That's another turnover in the front court for Henley. The Hornets have gone a little bit stagnant after a rapid-fire start, but there's Fasel looking to get things going again with the steal and bucket.
That's the second time she's done that today, too.
Fasel averaging more than 4 steals a game for Henley, and she comes up with a block there. Campos with a nice find to Bailey Ladner underneath. And quickly, it's back out to a 9-point lead for Henley, but here's another long inbound. Quintero finds Woodward. She's open for a free throw line jumper, and she hits it. Modine. Pass falls to Ladner. They go back up top to her. Back to Ladner. Mid-range, swish. Another long inbound. Campos chasing down Sousa. And Sousa unable to convert the layup. Modine thought about a three. Instead, she'll drive and get fouled. First free throws of the game for Henley with a minute 48 to go in the first quarter. Modine misses the first one. And prior to the second, Randy Denson is going to call timeout. We'll take one, too. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com. One more free throw for Kennedy Modine, looking to make this a double-digit Henley lead. And she makes it. Alvarez looking to inbound. It's tipped out by Harper. It'll stay with the Pirates. Alvarez into Woodward. Alvarez able to bring it up. Alvarez finds a lane, misses the layup. Schroeder the rebound. Shade pulls up from the elbow and knocks it down. Long inbound, Ladner wins the foot race. Shade to Modine, wide open three, no good. Schroeder, rebound, putback pops out. Harper underneath, her try won't go. Finally, Harper gets fouled, and we'll head to the free throw line. Two free throws for Anna Harper. Averaging 12.3 points per game this season. She's got 4 so far. Make it 5. Alvarez looking to inbound. Gets it to Sousa, who sends it to Alvarez. This is Sousa, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Quintero. Almost stolen by Modine, but ends up out of bounds. Alvarez into Woodward. Back to Alvarez. Guarded by Modine. Quintero. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Phoenix has to do something here. Woodward has to shoot. And it looks like the Pirates didn't know time was expiring. 30 seconds left. Henley can hold for the last shot. Ladner into Schroeder. Back out to Harper for a three. No good. Ladner chasing down the rebound. Out of bounds off Phoenix. 18.7 on the clock. Shade. Chucks it into Harper. She'll drive. She'll score. Full court press for Henley. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Alvarez takes it up, sends it to Woodward, or Sousa rather. Here's Quintero. Quintero's got to shoot. She does, and it is well off the mark. A 28-13 lead for Henley as we head to the second quarter here on mybasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Henley off to a roaring start in this one. A 28-point first quarter with already 7 different players in the scorebook.
Yeah, I was going to mention how a lot of the times in the first half we're talking about how good the Henley defense is against the opponent. And don't get me wrong, they've been good, obviously. They forced 6 turnovers in that first quarter, but the offense really was humming for the Hornets in that period. We've talked a little bit this season, Matt, about this third game between teams and how this is new to the conference this year. And one side of the coin is, well, we get to, have a full season series, tiebreakers, etc. The other side is that the Hornets know the Pirates real well, and you can see with how they are operating their offense, they're finding every soft spot in the Pirates' defense, and it's worked for them so far.
Henley pretty well rested, too. They've been off since last Tuesday, a 74-25 win at Mazama. Alvarez misses the layup, and Campos comes away with it. Floats it to Fasell. Can't finish through contact. The putback is there for Anna Harper. Alvarez pulls up, misses the three. Schroeder the board. Preston Shade dishes to Campos underneath. She misses. Sent out of bounds off of Henley. Inbounded to Woodward. Now Alvarez. Alvarez for three. No. Schroeder the rebound. Campos racing up the floor. Tried to hand it to Fasell underneath, but it's turned over. Alvarez ahead to Sousa. Open in the corner. Quintero sinks the three.
Tried to go outside the last few possessions of the Pirates. Three's a good way to get back into it. They'll need to hit a few more of those, though.
It's Quintero's second three of the night. Campos dribbles in, mid-range, no. Harper underneath, misses through contact. Out of bounds, last touched by the Pirates. Harper up to 9 points now. She's 7 away from 1,000. Right off the inbound, Shade airballs a three. Schroeder can't get the putback. Comes to Harper. She misses, but gets fouled. It is so hard to get boards when you've got to go against both Schroeder and Harper in the paint.
Nearly impossible, and that's been on display so far already. Going to try to do some quick math here. I think Henley's up to 21 rebounds in this game. Phoenix has 4.
Harper goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 15-point lead for the Hornets with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Vassell misses the layup off the steal. Sousa, guarded by Campos. Reach in foul. Alvarez will inbound. Here's Woodward. In some trouble, and now they're going to call Vassell for a foul. Trying to take it away from Alvarez. Into Noxon. Now Alvarez. Alvarez, floater, won't go. Vassell comes away with it. Vassell kicks it to Campos. Senya Campos buries the three.
Phoenix is, I don't know if it's an intentional choice or what, but they're not guarding the corners at all against Henley right now.
Intercepted by Vassell, fired to Harper, who gets it to go off the glass. And just like that, it's a 21-point Henley lead, and Marvin Denman needs a timeout. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. You're watching high school basketball on mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Henley rolling early in this one. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Hornets have a 36-16 lead as a long inbound results in a turnover. Harper moving in, loses it on the way up. I'll say it was out off Phoenix. Shade to inbound. Ladner misses through contact. Harper putback misses. May Woodward gets the defensive board. Sousa, cross court to Quintero. Woodward moving in from the free throw line and one. May Woodward, a second team All Skyline Conference selection last season. Cannot complete the and one. Campos, plenty of space, rattles in the three. That's her third of the evening. Sousa inside, Alvarez off the mark. Shade in transition, looks to Harper on the block, and she gets it to go. Harper now 2 points away from the millennium mark. Sousa, cross court, Quintero. Here's Woodward, trying to drive on Shade, gives it to Alvarez. Alvarez fouled. Shade checks out for Modine. That's the second foul on Shade. Woodward blocked by Ladner. Campos in transition. Dispossessed. Modine sprinting back to reject Quintero.
Wow, what a recovery there.
Well, Kennedy Modine was part of the Henley 4x100 team that qualified for the 4A championship meet last spring, and she had her wheels on full display there. Just pure hustle. Now Harper, and there's her 1,000th point. Woodward loses it. Campos looking for a lane, loses her handle. Taken the other way by Sousa. Sousa driving on Ladner, misses it off the glass. Campos fires it down to Facel. And Randy Denson wants a timeout. 45-18, Henley leads, 2:41 to go in the second quarter. Keep it here for you. Let's see if they offer any sort of recognition to Anna Harper. It doesn't look like they will, at least not right now. But with that last bucket, she reached the 1,000-point mark for her career.
Quite an accomplishment when you take into account the adversity she battled last season, where she missed almost all of conference play. That's 10 less games than she would have otherwise played, and still able to do it. That's remarkable. Great job for her.
She's had a fantastic career here at Henley. Led all players at the state championships with a little over 10 rebounds per game. Also averaged 14 points as another steal and walk-in layup for Facel. And because she missed so many Skyline Conference games, she did not earn any conference honors. She was honorable mention All-State and first team All-Tournament at the state championships, but no conference honors to speak of. Not something you see too often.
Unique circumstances for sure, but one thing you also do know is she is one of the very best players in the state of Oregon at this classification.
Facel looking to go coast to coast, comes up short. This is Quintero finding Woodward. Sousa, open mid-range, pops off the rim. Harper the rebound. Modine. Kick to Ladner. Gets it back from her. Long two. Connects. This is Sousa. 1:15 to go in the first half. Henley is up by 31. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Pirates. And already we've got the reserves checking in. Cadence Nelson and Brooklyn Conrad replacing Harper and Facel. This is Woodward. Now Alvarez. Bounces it to Quintero. She goes to Sousa. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Sousa retreating near midcourt. Now she'll drive. Sousa underneath, knocks in. And they're going to call. That is a shooting foul, yes, as the shot clock expired. Noxon misses the first free throw. The freshman has 3 points so far. It looks like we've got a quick stoppage for Alyssa Alvarez to adjust her shoe.
She came out of that last play limping a little bit. I don't know if she maybe put on an ankle brace or something. But Bailey Ladner was playing pretty physical defense on her off ball, and so trying to just make sure she's all right.
Noxon goes 0 for 2. Woodward chases down the rebound, though. Alvarez goes inside. Woodward. Back out to Sousa. Alvarez goes inside. Woodward's shot was disrupted. And here's Modine in transition, looking underneath. Handing it to Ladner, rolls off the rim. And out of bounds, last touched by Henley. Unfortunate, as that was an excellent pass underneath to Ladner. 15 seconds. Alvarez drives, gets fouled by Ladner. Oh for 2. Schroeder the board. 7 seconds left. Here's Modine. She kicks it to Conrad for a 3. No good. Ladner chases it down, but is not going to be able to get a shot off. And Henley will head to the locker room with a 49-18 lead. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. We'll have your individual scoring in our halftime report after this break here on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Henley with what I believe is their highest scoring first half of the season. Up 49-18 over Phoenix at the break. Certainly on pace for their highest scoring game of the season. That was their season opener down at the Wairika Invitational. They beat Orland 84-43. Of course, you can probably expect the scoring to slow down a bit in the second half, as we already saw the two varsity reserves check in the final minute of the second quarter. We've seen them plenty this season, but rarely in the first half.
Yeah, I think this might be the first time we've seen him in the first half. Yeah, but they're getting quality minutes here, and I don't think the day for the Henley starters is over. They'll probably get some more minutes in the third.
So for the Hornets, Anna Harper came into this game needing 16 points to reach 1,000 for her career. She got all of it in the first half. She's followed by Senya Campos with 9, Lily Fassell with 8, Kennedy Modine with 6, Preston Shade and Bailey Ladner with 4 each, and Michaela Schroeder with 2. Really not all that much to say about this one. I mean, Henley just dominating in every facet of the game.
Yeah, they're rebounding well. That's obvious. They're taking care of the ball. One thing I said in the first half, it's just been curious to me. Phoenix is not guarding the perimeter, it feels like, at all. They're leaving Henley open in both corners. Even a few steps inside the arc, they've been left open for mid-range jumpers. I don't know if it's a conscious decision to try to pack the paint to disable Michaela Schroeder and Anna Harper a little bit. Like you said, Michaela only has 2 points, but Anna has 16. So I really don't know what the strategy is there, but I mean, they have left Henley wide open from the arc so far.
I mean, Henley is not a team that shoots a ton of threes. Kennedy Modine actually led the team coming into this game with 22 made threes on the season. That's an average of 1 per game.
Yeah. No, they don't shoot a ton, but if you give it to them, I mean, they'll take it. And Phoenix is, I mean, they are wrapping it, they are putting it in the mail, and, you know, it's just inexplicable, really.
Yeah, we'll see if it changes in the second half, but I can understand trying to take away Michaela Schroeder and Anna Harper, although, you know, the way the first half played out, it's pretty clear you may be able to take away one, but you're going to have a very hard time taking away both.
Yeah, no doubt.
Henley already out, getting shots up, warming up for the second half. I'm sure it was a very brief halftime conversation with Randy Denson. Phoenix, meanwhile, still in the locker room. I'm sure Marvin Denman has a lot more to talk about with his team.
Well, Phoenix is doing what they can, right? They're trying to get those long outlet passes, try to get behind the Henley defense. But then you meet Kennedy Modine at the cup on the other side because she's so darn quick, and then the rest of the team can recover after that. I mean, what do you do? What is there to talk about really when you've tried probably everything? I was looking over there at the Phoenix sideline. I mean, their coaches were shaking their head in disbelief at some of the things Henley was doing. I don't know if anybody knows how to stop them. We haven't seen it yet. Like I've said, we haven't seen a 4A team stop Henley this season. Who knows if we will? That's what the playoffs are for. But I haven't seen it yet.
Henley's first 2 matchups against Phoenix this season were a 68-44 win on January 11th here at the Hornets' Nest, and then a 63-42 win at Phoenix on January 24th. That was their closest game of Skyline Conference play.
And not very close at all.
Show you the standings one more time in case you missed it in our pregame. Henley, the defending state champions, now back-to-back-to-back Skyline Conference champions, ranked number 3 in the OSAA computer rankings. Phoenix currently sitting in 3rd place, but 2 games in hand on Klamath Union, who has already wrapped up their regular season. The Pirates are at Mazama tomorrow, or at home against Mazama tomorrow, rather, who they've beaten 51-17 and 52-35 this season. So as long as they win tomorrow, they will jump over Klamath Union for second place and the second guaranteed playoff spot in the Skyline Conference, as they beat Klamath Union in the regular season series. They won 2 of the 3 games. So that would bump the Pelicans down into 3rd place, which would send them into the play-in round. For now, though, Henley just looking to close this one out and turn the page to their regular season finale tomorrow against Hidden Valley. Got about 2 minutes left until the start of the second half. We'll take a break. Meet you on the other side here on mybasin.com.
so lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Henley with the ball and a 31-point lead to start the third quarter. Here's Senya Campos driving in and scoring. May have noticed some of the pink around the gym tonight. It is pink out night here at Henley. Hornets don't have specialty pink jerseys, unlike their crosstown rival Klamath Union. But they do have a lot of them do have pink ribbons in their hair tonight. Some good accessorizing there. Quintero. This is Sousa. Bouncing it to Noxon. Back out to Sousa. Quintero. Airmails that one, but it's recovered by Woodward. Back out to Sousa. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Quintero no good off the glass. Here's Shade. Finds its way to Facel, who misses the shot. Oh, Alvarez goes down, and Facel can't force a tie-up before the Phoenix timeout. 6:36 to go in the third quarter. Still a 31-point lead for Henley here on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Quintero sends that way past Alvarez. And it's a turnover. Harper inbounds it to Shade. She goes to Modine. Cross court, Shade for three. No good. Carson Sousa. Quintero. Alvarez. Quintero, a three. Short. Out of bounds. Henley ball.
I think might have been a foul. Yeah, they're going to actually charge Woodward with a foul, saying that she pushed the Henley player in pursuit of the rebound.
Either way, the result is the same. Henley ball, but Campos turns it over in the paint. Ahead to Sousa. Able to score over Modine. Taken away by Alvarez. Quintero. Intercepted by Campos, but she steps on the baseline. Alvarez to inbound. Woodward loses it, taken away by Campos. Ahead to Shade. Shade cashes in. Alvarez, pass tipped by Harper. It comes back to her. Kicks it to Sousa for a corner three that misses. Shade in transition. Shade fouled. Preston Shade, honorable mention. All Skyline Conference last season, was also part of the all-defensive team. Really strong freshman year for her. And she misses the first free throw. She was the only freshman on the varsity roster last season. She's now the only sophomore. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. Five minutes left in the third quarter, and there's another Phoenix turnover. Bailey Ladner checking in for Senya Campos. Well, the 30-point running clock rule only applies to the fourth quarter. But several Henley games this season have presented a strong argument for it to be moved up to the third quarter. Harper turns it over on the baseline, stepped out of bounds. Here's Sousa. Long two. Misses. Harper sends it to Modine, and she'll bring it into the front court. Over to Ladner. Ladner bounces it to Shade. Shade, paint floater, no. Harper. Modine. Back to Harper. It comes to Ladner in the corner. Now Schroeder in the paint. Misses. Putback goes for Harper. Her first points of the second half. Midway through the third quarter. This is Alvarez. Looking for a lane. Drives in past Schroeder, but misses the shot. Shade ahead to Ladner. And Ladner called for a travel. Three subs in for Henley. It's Senya Campos, Cadence Nelson, and Brooklyn Conrad. I think it might actually be four. Shade, Harper, and Modine come to the bench. As Phoenix gets an offensive board. In the corner is Carson Sousa. Tries to send it down low, but turns it over. Campos in transition. Campos to Nelson. Campos gets it back underneath. Looking at Conrad. Conrad for three. No. Rebound taken the other way by Sousa. Ahead to Quintero. And she makes the layup. Timeout Phoenix. They trail 56-24 with 2:55 to go in the third here on mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Things slowing down quite a bit here in the third quarter. Henley has outscored Phoenix 7-6 in the period with 2:55 to go. This game, of course, has been effectively over since halftime.
Yeah, both teams are turning the ball over a little bit more here in the third quarter. Phoenix has turned the ball over 6 times in the first 5 minutes. Henley has turned it over 4, which is nearly their entire first half total.
Conrad, mid-range won't go. Nelson gets the putback underneath. It would be hard to blame Henley, well, really either team too much for taking their foot off the gas a little bit here in the second half, as both of them have games tomorrow. Alvarez with the layup. Underneath, Conrad, it would not go. Fasell gets the board. Fasell pulls a three and rattles it in. Four subs getting ready to check in for Henley. As Alvarez misses off the glass, putback would not go for Woodward. Campos in transition. Campos floats it ahead to Conrad. She finds Fasell for another bucket. And it looks like we've got a timeout. Timeout called by Phoenix. Wasn't sure for a sec who called that. It's going to be a 30. And I think Spur, Barney Smith, Sage White, Gretchen Sheen, and J.C. Ladner are going to check in out of this timeout. So those four plus Brooklyn Conrad are on the floor for Henley against Noxon, Sousa, Alvarez, Quintero, and Woodward. We've mentioned in some of the other games, a lot of Henley's opponents have been keeping their starters in these blowouts for much longer than the Hornets have. So these have been quality minutes for the reserves and the JV swingers.
I don't think other teams are as deep as Henley is, though. I mean, you look at these reserves. Last game was a great example of them playing a ton of heavy minutes and really showing what they can do. These reserves are really good.
Yeah, Brooklyn Conrad is actually a great example of that. In Henley's last game against Mazama, she had a career-high 12 points, all in garbage time. Spur Barney Smith called for the travel. .35 seconds left in the third quarter. Phoenix brings it up. Here's Quintero. Alvarez drives, now retreats, back to Quintero. Quintero looking for space, gives it to Alvarez. Alvarez intercepted. Was trying to have Sousa go back door, but Sage White read it the whole way. Now Sheen, I think her foot was on the line. That's going to be a 2. 2 seconds left. Half-court heave is, off the front of the rim. We end the fourth quarter with Henley up 65-28, or third quarter. We head to the fourth quarter with Henley up 65-28 here on mybasin.com. It's a 37-point lead for Henley as we start the fourth quarter. We will have a running clock, except on timeouts and free throws. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. Henley coasting to another lopsided Skyline Conference win. Alvarez with the layup. We mentioned Phoenix had given Henley their closest game of Skyline Conference play earlier this season. That was a 21-point win for the Hornets, which really speaks to how far above everyone else in the league they've been. Sousa fouled. I think even last year, Josh, there was really only one team in the Skyline Conference that could compete with Henley, and did. It was Klamath Union, which split the regular season series with them. It was only a 2-round season for the Skyline Conference last year. Each team played each other twice. They've moved to three games against each opponent this year. Klamath Union went on to finish 4th at the state tournament while Henley won the title. Pelicans, though, graduated 5 seniors, all key contributors from that team. So with them in rebuilding mode, there's no one that's been able to give Henley much of a challenge.
Hey, well, I mean, credit for KU. If they're in rebuilding mode and they're still going to play some postseason basketball, that's a good year for John Nahar's squad.
No doubt about it. Barney Smith for 3. No. Quintero. 3 rattles out. Woodward with a lane to the hoop, misses the layup. Out of bounds, Henley ball. Brooklyn Conrad checking back in for Spur Barney Smith. Got to give credit to Randy Denson, though, the way he built this schedule. He's sprinkled in some challenging games during the Skyline Conference play, probably knowing that his team wasn't really going to be challenged.
Yeah, it's kind of a blessing and a curse in the Skyline Conference because Henley, coming into the season, they were going to win the conference. I think you ask anybody and that they would give you that answer. But you're exactly right. They haven't been challenged super closely this season except for the preseason. I think it's also, credit to Randy Denson for subbing his starters out so early. That way they don't lose focus in a game that's already decided, right? The starters are always going to be locked in no matter what. If you take them out of a game where you lead by 30, you don't run that risk of them becoming content with losing focus. I think that's part of the reason why we saw them so early.
J.C. Ladner puts up a shot that won't fall. I mentioned some of those games. I mean, Henley played Cascade Christian, one of the top 3A teams, back on January 22nd, won 53-44. Prior to that, they traveled to Summit, one of the top 5A teams, and pulled off a big win, 53-49.
Yeah, I don't know where Summit was at the time where they played Henley, but just looking at them right now, they're number 6 in the 5A. That's current. They've got a couple of games left on their schedule, but they look to make a run at that thing in McMinnville, too.
Also got a win over Caldera, did Henley, at the Sisters shootout, 63-41. That's a top 10 5A team. So even though they haven't faced very tough competition within league play, I would say this team has had plenty of preparation for another deep playoff run.
They know they can win close, and although they haven't had to do it lately, they certainly know that they can, which I think is a good attribute of a quality team like Henley is.
Alvarez out to Quintero. Now Sousa. Quintero.
Phoenix has to get a shot up.
Woodward does, but it rolls off the rim. Brooklyn Conrad gets the board. Sage White bringing it up, finds a wide open J.C. Ladner, who nails a three. J.C., the younger sister of Bailey Ladner. And those two getting to both play varsity here in the late stages of the season. Alvarez drains a three, and Phoenix calls a timeout. 3:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Henley up 70-39 here on mybasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
31-point lead for Henley with 3:11 to go. You brought up a good point during that timeout, Josh. We mentioned earlier that most points Henley has scored was in their season opener at the Wairika Invitational. They beat Orland 84-43. But in California, the running clock only kicks in with a 40-point margin, not 30.
Yeah, so we wouldn't even have a running clock right now if we were playing just 20 minutes south, which means Henley had more opportunities to score in that game, right? So in Oregon, their season high is 74 points.
They've reached that twice against Klamath Union on January 9th and last week at Mazama. Floater for J.C. Ladner misses, rebounded underneath by Nelson. Sage White is dispossessed, and Phoenix comes away with it. Here's Sousa. Floating it into Alvarez. Now Quintero. Alvarez. Quintero. Back to Alvarez. She'll drive and she'll score.
And she's really done well against these Henley reserves. It's a good opportunity for the younger Henley players to play against an all-conference player in the caliber of Alvarez. She's played well here in the fourth.
Sage White for three. Rattles in. Subs in. Spur Barney Smith for Henley. And Sam Ponce Zaragoza in for the Pirates. Minute 45 remaining. Quintero hands it to Alvarez. Sousa. Guarded by Barney Smith. Bounces it to Woodward. Woodward with Nelson guarding her. Sends it up top. Now it's Quintero. Quintero. Over to Alvarez, and Phoenix unable to get the shot off. We're going to say that was a shot clock violation, so Henley will have to inbound. White into the front court to Barney Smith. Underneath, Conrad wrestles it away, kicks it out to Barney Smith. She goes to J.C. Ladner. Ladner works her way to the hoop and rolls it in.
Nice take by Ladner on what might be the last Henley possession that they attempt to score on. That was a great take and a score.
And there's your new Oregon season high for Henley, as Quintero misses a three on the other end. Barney Smith gets the rebound. 21 seconds remaining. Henley can just dribble this one out if they so choose. Here's White. And it looks like that will do it. Anna Harper reaches the 1,000-point mark, and Henley dominates another Skyline Conference game. 75-43, your final here in this one. We'll take a break, get you your final scoring here on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Henley 75, Phoenix 43. Your final here at the Hornets' Nest. It's the second most Henley has scored all season, their most against an Oregon opponent. Going through your final scoring, Anna Harper leading everybody with 18 points. She broke the 1,000-point mark in the first half tonight with her 16th point of the game. Lily Fussell had 13, Senya Campos had 11, Preston Shade had 7, Kennedy Modine had 6, Sage White and J.C. Ladner both had 5, Bailey Ladner had 4, Cadence Nelson, Michaela Schroeder, and Gretchen Sheen all had 2. For Phoenix, Alyssa Alvarez had 14. Well, I should say first, I missed a few points for the Pirates, so my apologies to whichever players I'm shortchanging here. But I've got Alyssa Alvarez with 14, Lily Quintero with 12, May Woodward with 6, Carson Sousa with 5, and Zafara Noxon with 3. We're going to go ahead and step aside, get the stream ready for the boys' game coming up here in about 11 and a half minutes. You don't have to go anywhere. We're going to have it on this same stream, but got some things to prepare. Also got to get the radio feed going. If you've got to be in the car for some reason during this boys' game, you can listen on 104.3 and 960 Sports. But for now, taking a break. Be back in a little bit here on mybasin.com.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome back to Henley Basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and on mybasin.com. Here inside the Hornets' Nest on the campus of Henley High School in Klamath Falls as we get ready for this Skyline Conference matchup between the Henley Hornets and the Phoenix Pirates. Glad to be with you tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined alongside by Matt Bowling, as always, ready for this showdown, the third meeting this year between the Hornets and the Pirates. Phoenix, of course, taking both previous matchups, leaving the Hornets not only 0-2 against them, but 0-10 in Skyline Conference play. For the Pirates, though, this game matters a whole heck of a lot as they stay in line for pace for a Skyline Conference championship game tomorrow. We'll talk about all that and get ready for tip-off with starting lineups and more coming up in just a few minutes here on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you tonight for Skyline Conference basketball. The Hornets at home taking on the Phoenix Pirates. And although the Hornets have been eliminated from playoff contention, the Pirates still very much in a race for a Skyline Conference title. They are a half game back right now of the Mazama Vikings, who are 9-2, of course, leaving the Pirates to be 8-2. Hidden Valley 6-5 right now. They are guaranteed a play-in spot out of the Skyline Conference. Klamath Union is one step above Henley, who again is 0-10 in league play, 4-16 overall. So on the line tonight for the Pirates, if they are able to pick up a win, they would stay in step with Mazama at the top of the Skyline Conference. And even if they drop a game here and wind up a full game back, still tomorrow is a true rubber match with the Vikings. It would be a tiebreaker of sorts. If Phoenix would be able to pull that game out, they would still win the conference championship. But better to focus on tonight, try to knock off the Hornets at home for the second time this season. As we are introduced to the starting lineups for the Phoenix Pirates, we'll introduce them to you as well. Number 0, a senior 6'3", Braden Decker. A senior standing 6 foot tall, number 2, William Pyatt. A senior standing 6'3", Sidney McQueen. A senior standing 6'4", Tobias Akpan. And a senior standing 5'8", number 10, Martin Ortega. The Pirates are coached by Troy McNichols, and he's assisted by Tony Akpan. And now the starters for the Henley Hornets. Number 4, a senior, Bryson Montag. A junior, number 12, Reese Schmerbach. A sophomore, number 14, Micah Ibarra. A sophomore, number 20, Carson Sims. And a sophomore, number 32, Corbin Hamilton. Hornets are coached by Brian Stock, and he's assisted by Blake Loney and Dylan Woodrow.
Hornets are coached by Brian Stock. Tonight's referees are
Hornets in their home white uniforms tonight with Hornets written across their chest in white text outlined in navy blue numbers across their back. Phoenix tonight in their road red uniforms with Phoenix spelled across their chest in gray text. Their numbers are gray with black trim. And we are ready to go. It's Okpan and Hamilton in the circle to start. Nobody went for the basketball, just sort of rolled off of each of their hands back into the officials' arms. And so we will do it again. Tip-off between Hamilton and Okpan. It is the Hornets who control the opening tip. They go from left to right. Schmerbach fires a pass into the front court. Ibarra dumps it underneath to Hamilton, gets it back. Hamilton has it in the corner, pulls up from the mid-range and knocks it down. First couple of points for Henley's big man, Corbin Hamilton, puts Henley in front 2-0, 7:40 to go in the first. Pass goes into the corner. Trying a three is William Pyatt. It's off the mark. Rebound tipped around to the hands of Okpan. He goes back up for it and one. 6'4" Tobias Okpan. He certainly has some size on these Hornets players for sure, but he plays a lot taller than 6'4". He can jump.
Yeah, he's averaging 19.3 points per game in Skyline Conference play for Phoenix. You'll notice he moves really well, too. Some big guys struggle with that part, but he is very smooth, very fluid.
Converted his and one, giving his team a 1-point advantage. Here's Corbin Hamilton trying his luck from downtown. It rolls off the rim into the hands of Pyatt. Here come the Pirates. Pass comes around to Ortega, has it on the wing, down to the hands of Pyatt. Whips a pass far side to McQueen. Now top of the key to Decker. He'll try a three. Off the right side of the rim, no good. The rebound picked up by Pyatt. And then he kicks it back outside, up top to Ortega. Now in the hands of McQueen. Whips a pass to Decker in the corner. Underneath to Okpan, cutting to the cup. He scores. He's got all 5 of Phoenix's points. They lead by 3 with just under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Schmerbach, calls for a Montag screen. Has it now, top of the key. Passes over to Ibarra. Skips a pass underneath to Montag at the free throw line. Back outside to Ibarra for 3. No. Rebound collected by McQueen. Now into the hands of Ortega as the Pirates bring it into the front court. Passes to McQueen, skips it in the corner now to Pyatt. Pyatt dribbles against Ibarra, gets in the paint, tries to find Ortega on the wing. It's intercepted by Schmerbach. Schmerbach brings it all the way in on the other side, can't score. Good defense played underneath by Phoenix, and they get the board. Racing into the front court now is Ortega. Underhand dish to Okpan, close to the cup, he scores. 7-2, Phoenix leads, 6:10 to go in the first. Here's Schmerbach, bouncing a pass to Montag. Montag again outside to Ibarra. He thought about a triple, then gives the pass up to Sims. Ibarra gets it back. Now to Hamilton on the baseline. Back outside to Ibarra. Tipped away into the hands of the Pirates. Sidney McQueen all the way in. Blocked. I believe Sims got a hand on that one. And now it's Ibarra who picked up the loose ball and brings it into the front court for the Hornets. Ibarra dribbles head of the key. Past one defender. Stops at the free throw line. Up with the shot. It's true. Micah Ibarra answers for the Hornets. They trail now by 3 with 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Pass all the way up the floor. William Pyatt. The Pirates didn't have to dribble at all on that possession, leading to a score. They're now up 9-4. Here's Schmerbach between the circles. Bounces it to Ibarra. Dumps it underneath to Montag in the paint. To Hamilton close to the rim. Unguarded. He converts for 2. Henley back within 3. 9-6. 5:12 to go in the first. And again, the Pirates skipping the ball up the floor into the hands of Pyatt. That time he leaves it short. The Hornets come the other way, led by Hamilton. Here's Sims, now on the right wing. Lost the dribble for a moment, but recollects. Sims throws the pass far side to Schmerbach. He'll try a corner 3, rims out. Rebound tipped up into the hands of Okpan. He rifles the pass ahead to Ortega. Ortega now to the front court for Phoenix. Around one defender, now into the corner to Pyatt. Whips the pass to Decker for a left wing 3 that's good. Timeout on the floor. The score is 12-6 in favor of the Phoenix Pirates. 4:40 to go in the first. We'll be back after this on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. Henley Hornets ball coming out of the break. Right now they trail the Phoenix Pirates 12-6. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Reese Schmerbach dribbles into the front court for the Hornets, takes a Montag screen, then finds Ibarra on the near wing. Then outside to Finn Charlton, getting his first minutes, drives baseline, up with a mid-range shot, hits front iron, and the Pirates pull down the board. Into the front court now is Ortega, guarded there by Schmerbach. Passes to Decker on the wing, guarded by Charlton. Now to the hands of McQueen. McQueen gives it up to Ortega, finds Pyatt top of the key, drives by Ibarra for a moment, finds McQueen, and he will travel, trying to decide to pass or shoot. Turnover there, and the Hornets get it back. It looks like a sub in for Phoenix as well. Lucas Whittle, the 6'6 senior, checks in for Sidney McQueen. Here's Schmerbach in front for the Hornets. Another Montag screen high, gives it up to Charlton. Now in the corner to Ibarra. Skips it to Mick on the baseline. Mick trying to back down his defender. Finds Montag on the other side of the block. Tries to feed it back to Mick, but it goes out of bounds. And the Phoenix Pirates will take it as Jeremiah Brunick checks in and Schmerbach goes to the bench. Here's Ortega. Ortega, pass ahead to Decker, has it near side baseline, back to Ortega, now top of the key to Whittle, and in the corner now to Pyatt. Pyatt gives it up to Ortega, top of the key three is no good. The rebound is picked up by Brunick, and now to the hands of Ibarra into the front court. Ibarra bounces it over to Montag on the left wing, drives past one defender, a whistle is going to be called against the Pirates. It's a foul on the floor. And they're going to charge it to William Pyatt. It's his first and the team's first. As Finn Charlton heads to the bench, and Corbin Hamilton returns to the action. It's Nolan Mick to inbound. He'll find Hamilton in the far corner. Now pass goes to Montag on the left wing. Finds Ibarra off a screen in the corner. Pump fakes a three. Finds Hamilton, then throws it to Montag. Cutting to the rip, too strong on the lay-in. And the rebound is picked up by Akpan. Ortega dribbles up to the perimeter, finds Whittle, lofts it into him. Whittle pump fakes, then goes up with the shot, but misses. Rebound goes out of bounds, last touched by Henley, so Phoenix will maintain possession. Still up 12-6 with 3:09 to go in the first. Here's Ortega for the Pirates, looking to inbound to the baseline. Finds Whittle on the wing. Whittle hands it back off to Ortega, still beyond the arc on the right side. Now to the hands of Akpan. Jab step left, goes right, passes to Ortega. Ortega has it guarded by Brunick, then finds Dobbins on the near wing for a triple, no good. Rebound tipped around, out of bounds, last touched by Akpan, and so it'll go the way of Henley. They'll reclaim possession just inside of 3 minutes, down 6. It'll be Ibarra and Mick who bring it up for Henley. Ibarra directing a bit of traffic on the left wing, finds Montag there. Montag then to Hamilton. He thought about a long two, then drives inside. Passes out to Ibarra for a wing triple. It's good. Micah Ibarra, 5 points for him. His first made triple makes it 12-9. Pirates still lead, and they have the ball. Here's Ortega into the front court now. Decker. Decker whips a pass in the corner to Dobbins. Dobbins then top of the key to Ortega, well beyond the arc. Tries to get some room against Ibarra. Tries to get the pass in the corner, but it's taken away by Montag. Montag ahead to Mick in transition. Up and under, he's fouled. And Nolan Mick will head to the line for a pair. This will be Nolan's first chance at the free throw line. He has no points otherwise. First chance for Henley as a team, too. The first free throw is good. Chance to bring his team now within one. Nolan Mick at the line. Free throw is up. It is good as it rattles around and drops. So it's 12-11 in favor of the Pirates with 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Here's Ortega, guarded by Ibarra, well beyond the arc. Finds Akpan on the near wing. Akpan drives inside, and a foul is going to be called against Bryson Montag on the defense. That is the second Henley team foul, first for Bryson. And the Pirates will inbound from the baseline, and a whistle is going the other way. I think it looked like a illegal screen or an off-ball foul of some variety, given the Hornets back possession. 2:06 to go in the first, and Henley trails by 1 as Carson Sims checks in for Jeremiah Brunick, And Reese Schmerbach checks in for Micah Ibarra. And we'll have one more sub check in. It's for Phoenix as Aaron Roman subs in for Braden Decker. Reese Schmerbach will bring the ball up for Henley. Dribbles with his right hand, then bounces it to Mick on the right wing. Here's Montag, top of the key. Now Sims on the left side. Sims finds Schmerbach off a screen on the wing. Then Montag in the corner. Whips the pass underneath to Hamilton. And Hamilton was fouled before going up with the shot. I believe they're charging that foul to Aaron Roman as he checks into the game and quickly picks up his first foul. Phoenix now at 4 as a team. One more puts Henley in the bonus. Schmerbach looking for anybody to inbound to, finds Mick on the near wing. Mick goes between his legs, then bounces over to Sims. Sims, a left elbow jumper, rims out. Mick skies for the putback. It's too strong. Rebound picked up by Okpan. Rifles a pass ahead to Roman. Roman driving underneath against Mick. Kicks it outside to Ortega between the rings. Ortega drives right side up with the lay-in. It's good. 14-11, a minute and a half to go in the first, and Phoenix leads Henley. Here's Sims going baseline through contact, can't finish. Lucas Whittle with the rebound, an outlet pass is stolen back by Henley. Here's a pass to Mick, he's blocked by Okpan. Oh man, what an athletic play by Tony Okpan. It still results in a Henley's ball as the block went out of bounds, but that was a great play. Micah Ibarra checks in for Nolan Mix. The 5 on the floor for Henley. It's Schmerbach, Ibarra, Hamilton, Brunick, and Sims. Out there for Phoenix, it's Whittle, Dobbins, Okpan, Roman, and Pyatt. Sims is going to travel, looking for a pass. And Phoenix gets it back up by 3. Finn Charlton will sub in. To the bench goes Sims. And Okpan will jog across the timeline for the Pirates. Passes it to Pyatt on the wing. Pyatt dumping it underneath to Okpan. He's on that right block. Dribbles around Hamilton, kicks a pass in the corner to Pyatt, who drives in himself. Got away with a travel, kicks it out to Whittle, who misses the 3. Rebound is picked up by Ibarra, and he gives it up to Charlton. Charlton in the corner to Schmerbach. He thought about a triple, then gives it back to Charlton, whips it to Ibarra, and he'll try to direct the offense. Ibarra has it extended on the arc straight away, now to the hands of Charlton, rolls the pass underneath to Brunick, tried to find Hamilton cutting, but they turned it over. Pyatt has it in the front court for the Pirates, brings it on the right arc, now to the hands of Whittle. Whittle guarded by Brunick, tried to drive inside, picked up the dribble, looks for Okpan top of the key. Okpan gets to the elbow, fades away, he's fouled. It'll say on the floor. And so the Pirates will have a chance to inbound here. I think Okpan thought he got free throws there. He's throwing his hands up. But no, that foul was on the floor, and so the Pirates will get to inbound. Inbound pass goes to Whittle on the right wing. Dribbles between his legs, spins around against Brunick, gets in the paint, then finds Roman in the corner. Roman spinning to get inside, leaves the mid-range jumper short. Okpan battles for the rebound. His putback is too strong. How about a third chance? There he goes. It is 16-11, 2 seconds to go in the first. Hornets need a shot. Schmerbach won't hit the first quarter buzzer beater as Henley trails by 5, headed to the second. It's 16-11 here on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you. Second quarter already underway as Phoenix leads Henley 16-11, and the Pirates have the ball. They nearly turn it over at half court. The ball squibbles out of bounds in the backcourt. Possession will stay with the Pirates. On the floor for them to start this second period, it's Dobbins, Okpan, Roman, Pyatt, and Whittle. For Henley, it's Montag, Schmerbach, Ibarra, Sims, and Brunick. Here's Okpan driving inside. A charge. Brunick stands in to take the harm. Henley will regain possession, but not before a couple of Pirates sub back in. Martin Ortega and Sidney McQueen in for Roman and Dobbins. Here's Schmerbach. Into the front court now for the Hornets. Takes a screen left. Passes it over to Ibarra. Gives it back to Schmerbach, top of the key. Back to Ibarra. Now to Montag in the corner. He'll try a triple. It's left short, and the rebound picked up by Ortega. Pirates race into the front court. Loft a pass underneath to McQueen. He kicks it back out to Okpan. Back to McQueen. One step inside the arc, right side. Back out to Okpan. Puts it on the deck. Now finds Ortega near side. Into the hands of Pyatt. Pyatt guarded by Ibarra. Has it top of the key, picks up the dribble, then finds Ortega top of the key. Now underneath to McQueen on the right elbow, kicks it to Okpan, cutting to the rim. Okpan can't finish. Whittle gets the board. He goes back up and in. He's fouled, and he'll get a chance at a free throw. Tough to contain a guy not only who's 6'6" in Lucas Whittle, but he's got a big body as well, broad shoulders. He can move guys around down there.
Yeah, with him and Okpan in the game, it's a lot like the game we just saw, the Henley girls game with Michaela Schroeder and Anna Harper.
Yeah.
You can lock down one, but not both.
The free throw is off the mark, and so our score will remain 18-11, just inside of 7 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Ibarra. Throws it over to Schmerbach. Schmerbach finds Sims on the wing. He's jumped by Ortega. Unleashes the pass to Montag. Then to Schmerbach in the corner. He's trapped. He'll get tied up. Falls to the deck. Gets a pass off to Montag. Then he'll be trapped, but not before Coach Stock calls time. We'll take it with him. 18-11, 6:38 to go in the second. Henley trails Phoenix on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Henley will have the ball coming out of our break, but they trail by 7 with 6:38 to go in the second quarter. Inbound pass goes to Montag. He finds Schmerbach, dribbles up, top of the key, now to the hands of Ibarra. Ibarra around one defender. He is fouled. He will shoot 2. Charge the foul to Sidney McQueen. That is his first, the team's second. And Ibarra to the line. He's already got 5 points. These are his first free throws of the day, as the sophomore stares down the rim. First free throw is good.
Got a couple Oregon Tech players in the house tonight, Josh. Keegan Shivers, Blake Jensen out here watching this one. They open up the Cascade Conference Tournament tomorrow night against Multnomah.
Yeah, Keegan has been to a lot of Henley games this year. Always great to see him. Celebrating his senior night last weekend, and playoffs still to come. Our score 18-12 here between Henley and Phoenix. The Pirates have the ball and the lead. 6:16 to go in the second quarter. Pass underneath to Whittle. He's double-teamed, loses the ball. It goes out of bounds. He'll keep possession as Sims was the last one to tip it out. Henley starting to try to double team these guys when they get in the paint. Might be the only way you can do it. But Okpan and Whittle, dangerous guys inside, still both out there. McQueen takes the inbound pass, gets the left elbow, spins, kicks it outside to Pyatt. Now to the hands of Ortega on the left wing. Here's Whittle on the far side. Skips it in the corner to Pyatt. Pyatt back to Whittle, top of the key. 2 seconds to shoot. The Pirates have to get a shot off. Whittle, a contested triple, won't go. And the rebound is collected by Schmerbach in the corner. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Bounces a pass to Ibarra. Ibarra thought about a triple, then finds Mick on the baseline. There's Montag. He's blocked by Whittle. Hornets get the ball back. Outside to Schmerbach for 3, no. And rebound will go out of bounds. Pirates will maintain possession. A couple of good looks there for Henley, but they can't hit either of them. And the Pirates will get possession back, up 6. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Here's Ortega on the wing. Gives it up to Pyatt. Pyatt now in the hands of McQueen. Underneath to Okpan. It is tipped out by Montag. And so the Pirates will keep it as Corbin Hamilton checks in for Carson Sims and Henley. Martin Ortega will inbound for the men in red. Pass goes to the right wing to Whittle. He hands it back off to Ortega, guarded beyond the arc by Hamilton. Ortega gives the pass to Pyatt, finds McQueen now on the wing. Rifles a pass underneath to Whittle. Falling away from the cup, his layup is short. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to the Hornets. Schmerbach and Ibarra bring it up together for Henley. They'll take their time crossing into the front court. Henley looking for points, down 6. Schmerbach finds Mick, then in the corner to Ibarra. Fields a double team. There's Montag. Montag, the right-handed floater, hits front iron. Gets his own miss and then turns it over, trying to find Hamilton in the corner. Here's Phoenix. Bringing it up. Ortega has it. Throws it over to Pyatt on the right extended arc. Now to the hands of Okpan on the block. Okpan trying to back down Montag. Fades away. It's no good. The rebound tipped out of bounds by Pyatt. Pardon me, that's McQueen who last touched it. Regardless, it's Hornets basketball. Still trailing by 6, 4:45 to go in the second quarter. And again, it'll be Ibarra and Schmerbach together, bringing the ball up for Henley. Schmerbach dribbles top of the key, finds Ibarra on the wing, then Hamilton on the baseline. Hamilton brings it back out beyond the arc, rolls the pass to Ibarra, head fakes a 3, got his defender to jump, and then finds Hamilton underneath. Cross-court heave to Schmerbach. He leapt to bring it in. Schmerbach gives it back to Hamilton on the wing. Hamilton gets inside. Jumper from the baseline. Hits back iron. The rebound is picked up by the Pirates. It'll be Martin Ortega to bring it up. 4:14 to go in the second period. And they lead 18-12. Here's Pyatt. Pyatt dribbles up to the arc, gives it up to Whittle, skips the pass to Ortega near side. Ortega finds McQueen on the left elbow, guarded there by Mick. Mick reaches between his legs and turns it over. Here's Ibarra into the front court for Henley. Ibarra loses it himself. Loose ball is picked up by Ortega. Ortega trying to get past 4 Henley defenders. His layup off the glass is too strong. Henley gets the miss. Now Schmerbach into the front court. Slick feed to Hamilton underneath. Blocked by Okpan. Pardon me, that was Mick on the shot. Now Hornets, they get it back though. Schmerbach finds Hamilton on the wing. He thought about a triple, then gives it back up to Ibarra between the circles. Ibarra sort of double teamed, gives it up to Mick. He fields defense from Pyatt. Then Ibarra gets it back. He'll dribble up top of the key, pull a 3, no. The rebound is tipped around into the hands of Pyatt. Pyatt races ahead for the Pirates. Guarded there by Ibarra on the left wing. Gives it up to Ortega. Throws the pass to Whittle. Whittle then, he throws it to McQueen, but there is a whistle.
That's an off-ball foul.
Gotcha. They're calling Montag for the off-ball foul, and that will be, I believe, Henley's second. And for Bryson, I want to say that's his second as well, as Ibarra checks out. Sims checks back in for Henley. We'll also see Jeremiah Brunick enter the fold. Inbound pass lofted to Whittle. He'll kick it out to McQueen. Now to the hands of Pyatt. He finds Ortega in the far corner. Back to Whittle, top of the key. Here's McQueen. McQueen puts it on the deck. Shot from the left elbow is no good. Okpan cleans up the miss. His first putback is no good. Second putback is no good. Tries to go back up for a third, but he loses it out of bounds. The Hornets will reclaim possession. Still down by 6. Score hasn't changed in about 3 minutes of game time. It's 18-12. Pirates in front. Schmerbach will inbound to Nolan Mick and then get it right back. Schmerbach picks up the dribble, guarded by Ortega, finds Sims on the left wing. Now Schmerbach, top of the key. Schmerbach tries to drive inside, finds Sims again on the wing. He thought about a triple, puts it on the deck, splits the defense, passes it on the wing to Mick. Mick cutting. He will get fouled on the shot. A good idea to get the defender to jump, and drawing the contact there for Nolan Mick. He'll shoot 2. You want to talk about Oregon Tech players who are in attendance. Part of the reason why Keegan and Blake are here is to watch this young man, Nolan Mick. And of course, his dad, Bobby Mick, an assistant softball coach for Oregon Tech. 2 of his sisters, well, one still plays for the Lady Owls softball team. The other, Kayla Mick, graduated last year. So it's a pretty serious Mick Henley to OIT pipeline. As he missed the first free throw, he's got a second, and there it is. So put Nolan Mick at 3 for 4 from the line for the game, and Henley within 5 with 2.5 to go in the first half. Now here's Ortega, top of the key, now to the hands of Pyatt. Pyatt dumps it underneath to Whittle. Whittle on the left block, guarded by Brunick. Tries to skip the pass to McQueen, winds up hitting the side of the backboard, and it goes out of bounds. Hornets get it back. And we've got six Hornets on the floor. It looks like Charlton will come in for Nolan Mick. So now back to 5. It's Charlton, Ibarra, Brunick, Sims, and Hamilton. And here's Charlton, directing traffic top of the key. Bounces it to Sims on the right wing. Sims rifles a pass across the court to Ibarra in the corner. Goes baseline, right-handed floater, rims out. And Whittle cleans up the miss. Here's Ortega now for Phoenix into the front court, guarded by Ibarra. Gives the pass up to McQueen on the right wing. Tries to find Okpan underneath. Too much mustard on that pass. It goes out of bounds. The Hornets get it back. Ibarra jogs across the timeline for the Hornets. Rolls the pass to Brunick, top of the key. Then to Sims in the corner. A triple hits back iron. The rebound out of bounds. It'll go to the Pirates. Phoenix inbounds to Ortega in the backcourt. Henley a light press all the way up the floor. Ortega gets by Ibarra, goes up with a shot from 10 feet out, but it rattles out. And then it's Charlton who picks up the miss. Charlton dribbling into the front court, guarded by Ortega, finds Ibarra, passes to Brunick, then in the corner to Hamilton. Hamilton thought about a 3. Ball goes around the horn into the hands of Ibarra, top of the key. Now to Charlton. Charlton bounces it to Hamilton. Then Ibarra feeds Sims on the wing. Pump fakes a 3. Drives inside from the mid-range. Sims can't finish. Finn Charlton is fouled going up for the rebound. Lucas Whittle shoved him over, maybe inadvertently. Regardless, still a foul. That is the 4th for Phoenix. One more puts Henley in the bonus. And Whittle picking up another foul will check out there in favor of, I believe Dobbins came in his stead. Ibarra to inbound. He whips it to Sims in the corner. Sims a couple of steps inside the arc, goes back outside to Charlton. Rolls the pass underneath to Brunick. It's turned over into the hands of Ortega. Ortega, guarded by 3 Hornets, somehow finishes in transition. What a bucket there for Martin Ortega. Puts his team up by 7. Pass comes to Sims. Sims bounces over to Charlton, then to Brunick, finds Ibarra on the wing for 3 to answer. He can't hit. Okpan with the rebound. Pirates turning up the pace. Okpan bounces to McQueen, then to Ortega, top of the key, unguarded from distance. He misses. Okpan tips it back in. Score now 22-13. 36 seconds remain in the first half. Phoenix in front of Henley. Here is Carson Sims. Sims denies the screen right, then passes it to Ibarra on the left side. He finds Charlton in the corner, then Hamilton cutting to the rim. The right-handed lay-in is there for Corbin. He's got 6 points. He brings his team back within 7. Shot clock is off. 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ortega. Ortega then throws it to McQueen. McQueen throws the pass near side to Dobbins. Dobbins finds Pyatt, then in the hands of Ortega. Ortega jab step right, then drives left against Ibarra. Almost loses it, does lose it. Brunick picks it up at half court. They can't get a shot off before the end of the first half. The good defense to end the quarter for Henley. They do trail, head into the locker rooms 22-15 against the Phoenix Pirates. We'll be back with some first half scoring and a look around the league next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
It is halftime inside the Hornets' nest, and through 16 minutes, Henley trails Phoenix 22-15. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the leading scorers, and we'll start with the team in front. That's the Phoenix Pirates, who are paced right now by Tobias Akpan with 11. They've got 4 from Martin Ortega, 3 from Braden Decker, 2 from William Pyatt and Sidney McQueen. And those are your scorers right now for the Phoenix Pirates. For Henley, they're led in twofold by Micah Ibarra and Corbin Hamilton, each with 6. The other 3 go to Nolan Mick. He made all of his points at the free throw line. That is your first half scoring. Again, 22-15 the score at halftime. Henley's moving the ball well. They're playing defense as best they can. It's just tough to match up with this size for Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've been doing a pretty decent job keeping Tobias Akpan from really taking over this game. You said he's got 11. He's averaging over 19 in conference play, but outside of that spurt to begin the game, he hasn't gotten a ton of great looks at the basket.
Yeah, they've done a good job of keeping him away from those offensive rebounds. His points outside of that run to start the game have been on the offensive glass. Otherwise, Henley has thrown double teams at him, and they've made him give up the ball, and yet he still finds a way to lead the team in scoring. They've done a good job of neutralizing the 3-ball for Phoenix. They've only made 1. Of course, Henley only has 1 made as well, but they have a good defensive game plan, but as always with the Hornets, it comes down to just putting that ball in the hoop. It's what they've struggled with most this season. And here again, down by 7 at halftime. Henley again eliminated from playoff contention, but for Phoenix, a win here keeps them tied for first place in the Skyline Conference. Matt, you made a note. Mazama, the boys basketball team, in attendance tonight. They're trying to get a look at Phoenix before those teams square off for a league championship tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to get into that, Josh. Phoenix does not want this game to go the distance. They have got to play tomorrow in a Skyline Conference championship game against Mazama. They are there over on the far side. Ryan Millsap and all of his players getting a good scout in of the Pirates, who they've split with so far this season. They won 64-50 at Mazama, or at Phoenix on January 17th. Granted, both teams were shorthanded that game. Tobias Akpan was out for Phoenix. Ryan Hayden was out for Mazama. Phoenix came back and beat the Vikings at Valhalla Court 68-60 on February 12th. So, figures to be an exciting matchup.
Hornets, yeah, go ahead.
Figures to be an exciting matchup tomorrow. We will not be there. We will be here for Henley's season finale against Hidden Valley. It'll be senior night for the Hornets, but a chance for both teams to make history. Mazama hasn't won a league title since 2018. Phoenix hasn't won one since 2004. They very nearly did it last year, pulling off a worst-to-first turnaround, but it was actually here at Henley in the regular season finale that their hopes were dashed as Marcus McCready, Henley's All-State center, blocked a game-tying layup at the buzzer to give his team a 2-point win and their third straight Skyline Conference championship. You have to think Henley could certainly use McCready in these Phoenix games against Akpan and Whittle.
Yeah, McCready, now graduated. He stood 6'6" for the Hornets. It's one thing we've kind of talked about this year about guys trying to play with size for Henley. They don't have that same size this season. Corbin Hamilton is a guy who can kind of play as a hybrid big, and he plays on the arc as well. He's grown a lot this season. And a guy who hasn't played a ton since the preseason, Max Frank, is a guy who gets most of his minutes on JV this year. We saw the Hornets JV team go the distance with Phoenix plus some earlier today, and Max having a good game there. So he's got some size. The Henley Hornets will get some of that back in the next couple of years. But right now, throwing everything in the kitchen sink at guys like Tobias Akpan and Lucas Whittle, who, by the way, they kept Whittle scoreless, the 6'6" senior from Phoenix. So clearly they are doing something right in that paint to try to deny him the ball and deny him good looks at the rim. Through all of it, though, Henley still finds themselves down 7. A score of 22-15. Third quarter action lays ahead. We'll take one more break and then get ready for it. You've got Henley Hornets basketball today on 104.3 and 960 Sports and on mybasin.com.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Almost ready for the third quarter here from Henley High School inside the Hornets' nest as Henley trails 22-15 as we get ready to start the third quarter. 5 on the floor for them. It's Ibarra, Schmerbach, Montag, Hamilton, and Sims. And for Phoenix, it is Decker, Pyatt, McQueen, Okpan, and Ortega. Henley will start with the ball as they go from right to left. Schmerbach throws a pass far side to Sims, then to Montag, top of the key. Here's Ibarra. Ibarra will find Schmerbach off a screen on the near wing, finds then Montag as he tries to bounce the pass inside to Hamilton. It's turned over. Here's Phoenix now coming the other way. Pass comes to Decker, then in the hands of Okpan. There's Ortega, now McQueen on the far side. Now Decker left wing, top of the key, Ortega. Ortega skips a pass to Pyatt. Ball finds its way to Decker, then Ortega on the far side. Ortega, ball around the horn, underneath now to Okpan. Gets the defender to jump. Okpan through contact. He scores. No whistle, but now the score 24-15, 7:19 to go in the second half. Now here's Sims in the corner. Sims picks up the dribble, finds Ibarra near corner, all alone from downtown. You bet. Ibarra with his second made triple of the game. Give him 9 points for the contest. Henley now within 6. Pass goes over to Ortega in the corner. Ortega finds Pyatt top of the key. Pyatt guarded there by Ibarra. Now Decker throws the pass near side to McQueen. Now Ortega top of the key. Back to McQueen. McQueen fields a double team. That leaves Okpan open in the paint, who gets fouled on the floor. He pump faked, got Sims to jump. Sims landed pretty much on top of him before he went back up for the shot. And so that's why the foul is called on the floor instead of on the way up for Okpan. Inbound pass to Decker. He scores quickly and with ease. 5 points for him, and his team now in front, 26-18. 6.5 to go in the third. Here's Schmerbach, top of the key. Schmerbach throws the pass to Ibarra, gets by one defender, pulls up from the mid-range. High arcing shot's no good. Rebound picked up by the Pirates. Pass ahead to Pyatt, who can't finish in transition. Montag picks up the board, throws it ahead to Ibarra. Ibarra walks across the half-court stripe for Henley. Dribbles to the right side, takes a screen left, gets to the free throw line, stops there, kicks it outside to Schmerbach. Schmerbach, left-handed dribble, now to the hands of Montag, tries to go near baseline, kicks it to Hamilton, now top of the key to Schmerbach. 13 to shoot for the Hornets. Schmerbach outside to Ibarra, takes a screen left, has some room beyond the arc. Doesn't take the shot, he's only got 7 seconds, finds Hamilton cutting inside, outside to Schmerbach, to Sims, straight away, no good on the triple. The rebound picked up by the Pirates. Here's Ortega into the front court, then McQueen, here's Decker. Decker gives it up to Pyatt, skips the pass to Ortega in the corner. Now McQueen throws it to Decker, top of the key. Now in the corner, back to Pyatt. Lofts it to Okpan on the block. Okpan trying to go to work against Montag underneath, and a foul is going to be called by Schmerbach, on Schmerbach as he reached in, I believe. No, they're actually going to call Montag for the foul. Thought if anybody, it would have been Reese who reached in. Instead, it's Bryson picking up his third, and we've got time. With 5:27 to go in the third, Phoenix leads 26-18 on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. Back with you in the third quarter of Skyline Conference basketball. The Phoenix Pirates in front of the Henley Hornets, 26-18, and it's the Pirates with the basketball. Martin Ortega has it in the far corner, kicks it to Decker at a whistle away from the basketball. They're going to whistle McQueen for the off-ball foul, and the Hornets get possession in front of the Phoenix bench. Inbound to Ibarra. He brings it up for Henley. Top of the key dribble, now into the hands of Schmerbach. Skips the pass to Brunick. Tried to find Hamilton in the corner, but a little too much on that pass. Hamilton tried to catch it with one hand, and again, just too much. He couldn't corral it, and so Phoenix gets it back. Here's McQueen into the front court for the Pirates. Passes it into the corner to Pyatt, guarded by Ibarra. Now to Ortega. Ortega passes it to Okpan on the left block. Tries to dribble in against Brunick, then kicks it back out to Ortega. McQueen has it top of the key, gives it back to Ortega. Finds some room baseline. Met at the cup by Brunick and finishes over him. 28-18 the score, inside of 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hamilton has it on the baseline for Henley. Tries to get it to Schmerbach. The pass tipped away by Ortega. Ortega rolls it ahead to Pyatt, who banks it off the glass. It's no good. And now it's in the hands of Schmerbach. Schmerbach dribbles in, and he turns it over. Phoenix in transition. Ortega scores. Phoenix up in front, 30-18. 4:23 to go in the third. Hornets looking for an answer. Ibarra has it on the wing, splits the defense, kicks it out to Charlton. Charlton rolls it to Brunick, fires a fastball into Hamilton, and he scores. Hamilton with 8 points now, brings his team back within 10. 4 minutes to go in the third. Pass comes to Okpan on the block. He's trying to go to work against Brunick underneath, throws one off the glass, gets his own miss, puts it back up and in, and just reaching over the Henley players to collect those points and put his team back up by 12. Okpan now with 15 points in the contest. Bounce pass to Mick in the corner. That's Hamilton. Hamilton tries to go baseline, kicks it back outside to Schmerbach. Schmerbach gets by Ortega, pulls up at the free throw line, then gives it back outside to Charlton. Charlton bouncing it to Ibarra, but it's taken away by McQueen. McQueen to Ortega in transition, finds Pyatt from the right block, it rims out. And the rebound picked up by Ibarra. Ibarra into the front court for Henley, trying to take it all the way in. He's fouled and one. What a finish for Ibarra. Acrobatic. And he gets a free throw. Couple of subs in for both teams. Let's just reset everybody on the floor for you. For Phoenix, it's Lucas Whittle, Braden Decker, Tobias Okpan, along with Ethan Dobbins and Sidney McQueen. For Henley, it's Jeremiah Brunick, Bryson Montag, Carson Sims, and Nolan Mick, with Micah Ibarra at the line to shoot one. He misses, and the rebound into the hands of Decker. Gives it up to Okpan, and a whistle is going to be a Phoenix timeout. With 3:13 to go in the third, they lead by 10 on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you on 104.3 and 960 Sports as the Henley Hornets play host to the Phoenix Pirates tonight. They trail by 10 with 3:13 to go in the third quarter, but the Pirates have played hot lately. Not only are they 8-2 in conference play, they have won 6 of their last 7 contests. Their only loss in that span came on February 11th when they lost to Hidden Valley 75-64. So this team's been playing good ball as of late. You can certainly see it here on the live stream, or if you're in attendance as well. Sidney McQueen takes the inbound pass, gives it to Tobias Okpan, then in the corner to Decker. Pass finds its way to Whittle, and then to Decker in the corner. Bouncing it underneath to Dobbins. Dobbins guarded by Sims. Gets it top of the key to McQueen. Ball finds its way in the hands of Whittle in the far corner. Now here's Dobbins. One step inside the arc. Here's McQueen top of the key. 12 to shoot for the Pirates. Okpan has it now in the near corner. Gives it up to Whittle on the right wing. Now to the hands of McQueen. Rolls the pass to Decker. In the corner for 3. He got it. That's his second made triple of the game. And he's got 8 total points, building out Phoenix's biggest lead of the night at 13 points. Here's Sims, now to Montag. Montag gives it up to Mick. Mick has it top of the key to Ibarra. Ibarra fakes a drive right, picks up the dribble, finds Sims in the far corner for a 3. Sims leaves it short. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Ethan Dobbins. Now to the front court for Phoenix. Gives it to Okpan. Tried to drive in. He's stopped by Sims. Passes out to Whittle for a corner 3. He airballs it. Sims gets the miss. Sims racing ahead now for Henley. Passes to Mick. Mick up with the shot off the glass. No. And the rebound picked up by Decker. 2 minutes to go in the third. Phoenix up 35-22. Here's Sidney McQueen on the left wing. McQueen picks up the dribble, looks for Whittle on the right wing. He skips the pass to Dobbins. Dobbins guarded by Sims, gets to the free throw line, stops there, kicks it outside to Decker. Now Whittle finds Okpan, and now McQueen. McQueen inside the paint, outside the Dobbins. Now Whittle in the corner to Decker. Decker tries to go baseline, stopped there by Ibarra, throws it to McQueen, top of the key. Now Dobbins on the wing with 5. Dobbins drives to the free throw line with 3. Outside to Decker with 2. He loses control, and the Hornets force a backcourt. Oh no, I thought it might be a shot clock violation. They're letting him play out. Ibarra rolls all the way in on the other side, misses, and Phoenix gets the miss. Here's Decker on the other side. Euro step to the cup. He can't finish. Rebound won by Okpan on the block. He's got a swarm of Hornets around him. Nearly turns it over. McQueen comes up with the loose ball and scores. The score now 37-22. A minute to go in the third. And Ibarra jogs across the timeline for the Hornets. Bouncing it to Mick on the far side. Mick picks it up now to Ibarra. Throws it to Sims. Sims goes baseline, right-handed finish for Carson Sims. That's his first 2 points of the game. Brings his team back within 13 with 45 seconds to go in the third. Pass comes to Decker now on the near side. Here's Whittle. Pass now to McQueen. McQueen gets to the elbow, outside to Decker, guarded there by Ibarra. Loses the dribble for a moment, then recollects. Pass goes to McQueen in the far corner. Tries to get it to Okpan. Pass in no man's land. They just got their wires crossed there, and a turnover will give Henley the basketball. Reese Schmerbach looking to check in.
Okpan cut inside. McQueen did not think he was going to do that. So, out of bounds turnover.
So Jeremiah Brunick and Nolan Mick check out for Henley. Reese Schmerbach and Corbin Hamilton are in the game. Schmerbach, waist-high dribble, well beyond the arc. Calling for a play, takes a Montag screen, bounces it to Sims. Sims then to Ibarra in the corner. One step to the baseline, gets it to Hamilton underneath, kicks it back outside to Sims. Sims drives all the way to the cup. He's fouled. Nice take by Carson Sims to earn a couple of free throws. This young man has had a busy last couple of days. Friday, participating in a bowling solo tournament. Then Saturday and Sunday, as a part of the Henley bowling team, helped them finish 7th place in the entire state. That tournament was held here in town at the Epicenter. As Sims missed the first free throw, and a couple of subs in for Henley. Looks like Finn Charlton and Jeremiah Brunick off the bench in for Henley. Sims misses both at the line. Lucas Whittle picks up the miss. Now ahead to Martin Ortega. Ortega, top of the key, gives it up to Dobbins. Dobbins fakes a pass right, drives inside, can't finish. The rebound skied and picked up by Brunick. And that will be the end of the third quarter. A game in which Phoenix leads 37-24. Heading to the fourth on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The Henley Hornets will open the fourth quarter trailing by 13, a score of 37-24. In the penultimate Skyline Conference game of the season, they'll finish this one against Phoenix tonight before hosting Hidden Valley tomorrow. Phoenix heading back home. They'll play Mazama in their gym tomorrow. Pirates start with the ball coming out of the break. Here's Pyatt. Throws a pass inside to Dobbins. Got the defender to jump. Missed the lay-in, but there for the putback is Braden Decker. And he's got 10 points in the contest as Phoenix leads by 15, and the Hornets turn it over, trying to bring the ball up. Pass into the hands of Ortega. Steps to the right on the right block, can't finish the lay-in. Pirates get their own rebound. Ball finds its way to Whittle. Top of the key three is left short. Rebound picked up by Sims. Rifles a pass ahead to Hamilton in the far corner. Hamilton gives it up to Ibarra. Hamilton gets it back, then to Sims, top of the key. He'll try a triple. Won't hit. Rebound picked up by Ortega. Ortega dribbles along the left side, gets by one defender, goes all the way in for a finish and two. 41-24, Phoenix in front, and a whistle, a timeout called by Henley. We'll take it just shy of a minute into the fourth quarter, 41-24 on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
.7:03 to go in the fourth quarter. Henley trails Phoenix 41-24. Hornets will start with the basketball coming out of the break. Here's Reese Schmerbach. Takes a Montag screen, has it top of the key, guarded there by Pyatt. Bounces a pass to Sims. Sims one step inside the arc, tries to get it to Ibarra, but it's stolen away by Decker. Now given up to Ortega. Ortega finds Dobbins on the wing, but he'll travel. No, pardon me. Looks like an off-ball foul. Are we getting offsetting technical fouls? Okay, so we're giving warnings to the bench, it looks like. And both teams going to head that way. I don't think that this is a proper timeout. We'll try to be privy as to what exactly is happening down there on the floor. With a score of 41-24, 6:45 to go in the fourth. Phoenix had brought the ball up the floor, and then a timeout was called by the near official, Robbie Cesania, one of the most veteran officials in our association. And then they issued warnings, I believe, to both benches. Let's see. Must have been some chipper play going on between two players, one from each team, although, again, not precisely sure of what happened. I believe each bench got a warning. They went and spoke it over, and here we go with Henley in the basketball. Schmerbach will cross the timeline as the Hornets go from right to left. Schmerbach rolls it to Sims in the far corner. Now Montag, top of the key, splits the defense, tries to find Schmerbach underneath. The pass intercepted by Decker. Here come the Pirates. Dobbins into the front court. Gives it up to Ortega. Ortega dribbles onto the left wing. Now Whittle, top of the key. Here's Decker. Decker pass to Dobbins, then top of the key to Pyatt. Guarded there by Ibarra. Here's Whittle. Now Ortega on the far side, guarded by Schmerbach. Here's Pyatt. Pyatt dumps it underneath to Whittle. Can't corral the pass. He battled for it and won. Picks up a triple team, then kicks it outside to Dobbins in the corner. Left all alone for three. He got it. 44-24. The Pirates' lead has ballooned to 20 here in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes to go. Sims looking to drive in for Henley. He is going to get fouled by Lucas Whittle. So Sims, who was empty on his previous trip to the free throw line and has 2 points in the contest, has a couple more free throws coming his way. Talked about Sims bowling a few minutes ago. Also plays baseball for Henley. As a freshman, was a varsity player last year and looks to have an improved role this season for the Henley baseball team. Is another conversation with the officials here on the near side. And Dobbins, they're pointing at Dobbins, unsure exactly what for. I think maybe indicating that the foul was his, or I'm not sure precisely, but Sims' second free throw, his first free throw is good.
Ends a 7-0 Phoenix run to start this fourth quarter.
Sims can't hit the second. The rebound picked up by Pyatt. Now it's Dobbins who races ahead, throws it to Ortega in the corner, trying to drive baseline, stopped by Schmerbach. Now ball finds its way into the hands of Dobbins in the near corner. Here's Ortega on the wing. Now Whittle, top of the key. Guarded there by Hamilton, gives it up to Ortega, picked up by Schmerbach, fields a double team, finds Whittle driving inside against Ibarra, and Whittle finishes over the top of him. 46-25 our score, Phoenix in front, 5.5 to go in the fourth. Here's Sims, no look pass to Ibarra in the corner, all alone from downtown, you bet. Third made triple for Micah Ibarra tonight, 46-28 the score, 5:13 to go in the fourth.
You cannot give him that kind of space in the corner.
Here's Dobbins to Whittle, now Ortega. Ortega, jab step right against Montag, switches to a right-hand dribble, bodies his way to the rim and scores. And Ortega now up to 12 points. His team leads by 20. Just under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Sims on the wing. Faked a pass right, then goes top of the key to Schmerbach. Here's Hamilton in the corner. He thought about a three, finds Montag close to the cup, he scores. Bryson Montag, his first 2 points come with 4:40 to go in the fourth. And his team down 18. Here's Ortega, fakes a pass, drives inside the arc, met there by Schmerbach. Here's Whittle throwing it to Decker. Decker guarded by Sims. He'll find Pyatt. Pyatt drives all the way in, hits front iron on the shot, and Ibarra cleans up the miss. Now to the front court is Ibarra. Dribbles top of the key, picks it up. Now Sims near side. Sims going baseline amongst the trees, kicks it out to Hamilton for a triple. No good. And Whittle picks up the rebound. Ortega ahead for the Pirates. Guarded by Schmerbach along the left wing. Tries to drive inside against Schmerbach. Good defense played inside there by Reese. Has to kick it outside to Pyatt. Pyatt fakes a step left, goes right, finds Dobbins. Now to the hands of Ortega, left side wing. Here's Whittle, top of the key. Whittle guarded by Hamilton. Gets rid of the pass into the hands of Dobbins. Guarded by Montag. Here's Pyatt with 10. Pyatt now with 9. Gives the pass up to Pyatt for a wing triple that won't go. And the rebound picked up by Schmerbach. Schmerbach ahead for the Hornets. They trail with 3:36 to go. Here's Montag in the corner. He picks up a double team. Now Schmerbach has it. Schmerbach, right-handed dribble, gets to the free throw line, skips the pass outside to Sims, and again, Ibarra in the corner all alone. This time he can't finish. Montag leaps for the rebound, comes down and loses it. Phoenix picks it up, passes to the front court to Pyatt. Pyatt met by 3 Hornets in the backcourt, and Sims picks his pocket. Here comes Carson, leading the charge for Henley, and he turns it over on the pass. Ortega now has it for Phoenix. He stops in the paint, up with the shot, he scores. Timeout is called by the official again. Going to have the subs come in. And well, official using a pom-pom to wipe up sweat in the paint. I got to say that's a first for me.
Me too.
I don't know how effective that was.
One of the special pink out pom-poms at that.
Yeah, I don't know how effective that was, but regardless, our score is 50-30, inside of 3 minutes to go in the ball game, and Henley trails Phoenix. Here's Nolan Mick, fresh into the game for Henley. Into the hands now of Finn Charlton. Now Brunick at the free throw line, finds Montag in the corner, goes baseline, right-handed floater's no good, and McQueen picks up the rebound. He'll give it up to Dobbins, races into the front court. Dobbins up to Whittle, now into the hands of Phillips. Phillips fresh into the game for Phoenix as well. First time we're seeing that junior. He passes to Whittle underneath on the block. Whittle backs down his defender, can't finish the shot. Rebound picked up by Montag. Montag rifles a pass ahead to Schmerbach, has it along the arc on the right side. Now Charlton has it top of the key, bounces it back to Schmerbach. Head fakes a three by one defender. Good feed into Brunick, tries to kick it back out to Schmerbach, who can't control the pass, and the loose ball picked up by Phillips. Phillips passes it ahead to Roman. Roman in the corner, guarded by Schmerbach. Picks up the dribble, finds McQueen, now Whittle on the left arc. Here's top of the key now to Roman, now underneath to McQueen. McQueen finds Dobbins, top of the key, drives left. Dobbins gives it out to Whittle for a triple, hits front iron. The rebound is saved from going out of bounds by Nolan Mick. An athletic play for him keeps the Hornets in possession. Here's Finn Charlton, top of the key. Finds Mick off a screen on the right side. 1:39 to go. 20 points separate the Hornets from the Pirates. Here's Charlton to Mick. Mick driving inside, past everybody for two. And that's going to result in a timeout. We'll take our final timeout of regulation with 1.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Phoenix leads Henley 50-32. Back after this on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
A 1.5 minutes to go before we reach a conclusion here inside the Hornets' nest at Henley High School. It's the Hornets who trail by 18 against the Phoenix Pirates. 50-32 our score. The Pirates looking to pull back even with the Mazama Vikings and set up a Skyline Conference Championship game tomorrow in Phoenix. That's where they will face the Vikings. For Henley, they'll be back in action tomorrow too against Hidden Valley. We'll talk a little bit more about that in our brief post-game coverage after the conclusion tonight. Here's Dobbins receiving the inbound pass for Phoenix. Fires it into the front court to Roman. Ball finds its way back into the hands of Dobbins in the corner. Dobbins switches hands on the dribble, picks it up. Now it's Phillips, top of the key, passes it to Roman. Roman finds Dobbins again, top of the key, fakes a pass inside, drives a couple steps inside the arc, gets rid of it and gets it back. Now McQueen has it, passes it to Phillips, then Dobbins in the corner with 12 to shoot for the Pirates. Dobbins has it still, dribbling against Charlton, gets to the free throw line, kicks it outside to Governor. Governor passes to Phillips with 4. Phillips, the pass to Roman at the shot clock. He hits it. A straightaway triple is good for Aaron Roman. His first made bucket of the ball game. Makes it 53-32. Finn Charlton to respond with a triple. It's off the mark. Henley gets their own rebound. Brunick passes it outside to Kim Sabaton, who's checked in. Sabaton passes it up over to Charlton. Charlton has it top of the key, switches to a right-hand dribble, gives it back to Sabaton, one step inside the arc. Here's Charlton for a top of the key three. It's no good. The rebound is picked up by Phoenix, and with the shot clock off, they could just dribble this out. Instead, Troy McNichols is going to call timeout. I guess you can't take them all with you. Might as well use them. Nope, maybe no timeout. No timeout. 26 seconds remain, and the Phoenix Pirates likely to dribble it out as they lead by 21 points. Dobbins, he's going to kick it over to Governor. Governor drives inside. He'll put a shot up, and Brunick with the rebound. Hornets have a chance to score here with 14 seconds and counting. Sabaton drives inside. Aggressiveness shown, but he can't hit the shot. And now it's Phillips who will hang out in the backcourt. He will advance as the final buzzer sounds. And our final score is 53-32. The Phoenix Pirates stay in step for a Skyline Conference Championship. We'll talk about that coming up next in our post-game show here on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com. Score here is final. It is 53-32 as Phoenix pulls out the season sweep of the Henley Hornets. Leading the Pirates in scoring was Tobias Akpan with 15. He was helped out by Martin Ortega with 14, 10 from Braden Decker, 5 from William Pyatt, 4 from Sidney McQueen, 3 for Aaron Roman, and 2 for Lucas Whittle. Your scorers for the Phoenix Pirates. For the Henley Hornets, they were led by Micah Ibarra. He had 14 points. Corbin Hamilton scored 8, 5 for Nolan Mick, 3 for Carson Sims, and 2 for Bryson Montag. Your scorers for the Hornets, who lose once more here in the Skyline Conference, dropping now to 0-11 in conference play with one more left to go.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised given what we saw in the previous two games. I do think that Henley probably hung with Phoenix better than in either of the first two. So that's definitely a positive to take away from this one. I mean, the last time these teams met on January 24th was a 71-43 win for Phoenix. The opening game, Hornets, on January 11th, Hornets lost 65-40. So, you know, I think there are definitely some positives to take away from this one. I think at this point for Henley, you're really kind of looking more toward next year, getting reps, just continuing to build for the guys that are coming back. And we saw some good stuff from those guys. I thought Micah Ibarra did a really good job tonight. He's somebody that's really going to be a cornerstone of this team for the next couple of years.
Yeah, himself and Corbin Hamilton, whose task was probably the hardest of the night, and that's guarding guys like Tobias Akpan and Lucas Whittle, the big guys for Phoenix. And, you know, all things considered, they kept Tobias Akpan below his season average. He scored 15 tonight. He's averaging 19, like you said. And they held Lucas Whittle, the tallest player on the team, to just 2 points. And so overall, I think Henley executed their defensive game plan as well as they could, considering the size disadvantage they had coming into it. They wind up losing this one, but for Phoenix, for their sake, they've got to feel good heading into a conference championship tomorrow against Mazama. That winner there will be the top seed coming out of the conference. One thing to consider, though, we won't be there, but something to think about. We learned this last week at the 2A tournament, that you have to be in the top 16 seeds to actually earn that home playoff game. Mazama is right on the brink right now. They are 16. So if they are able to win, they'll keep that home court advantage. Phoenix as 12, they would also get that home court advantage unless things change elsewhere in the state. But that's what's on the line tomorrow. Not a trip to the playoffs. Both of these teams have already booked their ticket to the 16-team playoff. It's just a matter of who gets that home court advantage, and they'll decide that tomorrow at Phoenix.
And again, Mazama going for their first Skyline Conference championship since 2018. Phoenix would be their first league title since 2004. I think a very fitting conclusion to what's been a really exciting Skyline Conference season. Lots of great games this year. Fitting to have it come down to winner take all in the final game.
I've got to say, here in the Skyline Conference, of course, whenever anyone comes into the Hornets' nest, they're the enemy. We want the Hornets to win. But once we get to the postseason, I want all the Skyline Conference teams to do well. I want to show the rest of the state what we have going on down here in Southern Oregon, hoping that Mazama and Phoenix, whoever wins tomorrow and however deep they make it in the playoffs, I hope both of these teams are able to make a good run, because both of them senior heavy and both really talented. They'll play each other tomorrow. But for Henley, an opportunity to try and get one win on the season. They'll play Hidden Valley tomorrow, who, as far as the boys go, are 6-5. They'll be the third team out of the conference for a play-in game. So pretty much nothing at stake tomorrow aside from pride for the Hornets. It's their senior day tomorrow, and we'll be back here at 6 o'clock with the Lady Hornets and the Lady Mustangs. Until then, though, Appreciate you spending your evening with us here on mybasin.com. Once again, the final score here, 53-32. Want to thank everybody involved with the broadcast tonight. All the head coaches, Marvin Denman, Randy Denton, Troy McNichols, Brian Stock, and of course the athletic director here in the gym tonight, Mr. Luke Hammond. And thank you to you as well for spending your evening with us on mybasin.com. Once again, the final score, 53-32. The Pirates defeat the Hornets. For my partner, Matt Bowling, I'm Josh Eldridge. So long from the Hornets' Nest.